It's fine. I'll survive. Okay, maybe we have to do we need to go to Instagram? My TikTok is, I don't know. My TikTok is, should we try Instagram Live? My Instagram is the exact same thing, at Katie's. Maybe I need to get out of the haunted room. It's probably my... Oh, it's fine. I'm on live. So the update. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted because it's been, is it still glitching? There's no comments now, so I have no way of knowing. There is no body. Now it's okay. So there's no body. And I feel like every time I say that, I just keep taking another deep breath. This has been an experience. They found a rug. That's what they found. They found a rug. And we don't know why. And I don't know why the dogs sniffed on it and sat on it. That will forever, that moment will forever be ingrained in my brain. Like, someone give me a high noon. When I tell you, my thoughts this morning, I was like, well, the value of my home just went down. Everyone knows where I live and the value of my home went down. So not only do I want to move, but I won't be able to sell it. That was my thought process this morning after my nap, because I didn't go to bed until 4 a.m. So they took the rug. It didn't come out as in one full piece. It kind of came out in itty bitty pieces. I'm assuming the excavator kind of effed that up. Not itty bitty pieces, but chunks. It came out in chunks. I have a headache. So yeah, they took the rug, but there's no body. There's no bones. There was no bones. Yeah. Party it up with me. We're all celebrating. We are all celebrating. There's no body. I still want to know why my computer broke, because if the 162,000 of you may or may not know this. This all started because, yes, we saw the rug. This is spooky season. This was perfect, right? We saw the rug when we dug the post hole. And truly, I was like, this is weird. And I was going to let it lie. I was like, I don't know. Nothing's it piqued my curiosity, of course, but not to the extent where I was going to destroy my yard. Not enough to destroy my yard. And then my computer got shattered in this room. So this is my sunroom. And I worked one night, and then I came downstairs. Someone's ringing the doorbell. It's probably the police. They're going to want me. I assume we can stay on live. Let's see. I'm not sure. Go to Memento. Hello.
So we're finishing up.
Okay.
Just to let you know, we found nothing to indicate any kind of body, human remains, anything.
That is the best news I could have ever heard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we got the rug out of there. It's gone.
Okay.
We tried to put everything back the best way we could for you. You might want to check on the fence on it once you let your dogs out.
Yeah.
Just make sure all that is how you guys want it. Don't assume it went in there the way you wanted it. So do you have any questions for us? He's going to finish up with you here on the search warrant part.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us before we leave?
I guess my main question is, why did both dogs sit in that spot?
So we don't do the dogs. So
okay.
It's not the Columbus Police Department.
Okay.
So that's something expertise wise. They have, training and skills, whatever, their certificates, they would be able to best explain that. From what I understand, I think I told you this earlier, if somebody years ago had a nosebleed that went on that carpet.
That's so crazy.
They get sent to that. So it's just hard to tell. That
so,
could have been it. Who knows?
Did the carpet go with you?
Yeah,
I assume?
The carpet is going with us.
Okay.
So, but there's nothing to indicate any foul play or anything.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
Okay.
And I know everybody else has got your information except me. Can you give me your first name?
Katie.
And I just want to make
legal first name.
Catherine.
Okay. Can I just write it? so I don't say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause you don't want to put it out all over the recording.
I do not.
Okay. And if you would, just follow that up with an email address that I can send you a document
Nice adventure.
and a phone number. And I'll have everything else I need.
Okay.
We tried to put it back as
No, you really
closely
did. I truly like.
as
We
we
didn't
could.
want to tear your stuff.
I
up.
appreciate the effort
That's why we
to.
asked you
Thanks
about
for the
the
adventure.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
Yeah. And this is your copy of the search warrant.
Okay.
I will send you a document detailing that we took carpet from the hole.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Was it a lot of carpet?
No,
Really?
no. It looked like it just seemed like every
Yeah, I
time
feel
we
like they were digging forever.
Yeah,
Before
well,
this job, I built houses, and I can tell you, I don't know what was here before they built this development in
Uh-huh.
the 60s. But a lot of times, like if they tore down farmhouses or barns or anything,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't just haul everything out; they would just
Bury
break it
it.
up and bury it.
I found fence
So-
posts and barbed wire in my backyard.
Yeah.
They will. It's common when they build a house. They don't want to pay to get rid of
Yeah.
all the stuff. They throw it in the hole around the house and fill it in.
Yeah.
And so it could have been any of that.
That's
Anything.
crazy.
But
Those
Yeah.
dogs really tricked us. They got the
Yeah.
entire world
Yeah.
thinking that.
yeah.
Woo, and me. I thought I was like, I'm gonna have to move. This is scary.
Yeah,
Any other
and I'll
questions?
tell you though, like just on the, and these aren't like absolute statistics, but they don't hit every time.
Yeah, clearly.
And so when they do, we need to follow up
Oh.
and make sure that it's good.
I
So
get it. Like,
it's- yeah,
Yeah, I totally understand why all of this had to happen.
yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, hopefully, just double check that snow fence back there so
Yeah.
that your dogs don't get out. I don't
Okay.
want to be. But everything else we tried to put back is perfect as
Yeah.
it was when we started.
I can breathe now.
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
have a
much.
good day.
You too. I got an award. It's not an award. I don't know what it is. A crime scene search unit. Verum? I don't know. I'm here for TikTok, not for spelling. Quater. Oh, do I keep trying? I might embarrass myself. Querite. Verum? What the fuck? What does that say? I don't know. Look at this. I mean, I get what he's saying. I assume you guys could hear. He said that if the dog hits, they have to search because usually they're right. And thank God, today they weren't, or yesterday they weren't. Did these two dogs send us all on a wild goose chase? Yes, but they were cute and they were trying, and it was the end of a long day. And I don't know why they sniffed. I think that is a question I will be on my own deathbed someday and be like, why did those dogs do that? I don't know. The dogs do have some explaining to do. Can we interview the dogs? Can I pet the dogs now? Can I pet that dog? Do we think I can pet them now? So yeah, again, remains. Is it possible it's below the carpet? No, ma'am. When I tell you these men were like, please don't call me if you got my phone number. That's weird. I'm not going to answer and just chit chat with you. I'm chit chatting with the world. You're all going to get the same update. I literally feel like I can breathe now. So now I do think I need to get a medium of some sort in here to just double check on the calling me. We do need to see why my laptop broke. So I don't know if you heard, and I assume we'll do some diddly-daddling test work on them just to triple check that all is well and all is good. It's lagging because someone keeps calling me. So if can I turn my calls off? I don't know how that works. Explain the broken laptop. Sure, I would love to. Can I set you down? I'm tired of showing you my double chin. at this. My address is somewhere on here, but this was an actual search warrant. This is what I do with my son. When my son's having a tantrum, we take deep breaths. That's what we do. Let's do that together. Okay. Let me see if I can get these people to stop calling me. Did that work? To go on airplane mode? Are we still... Wow, I thought airplane mode was going to turn all this off. They're calling from no caller ID, so I can't even block them. So, big middle finger to anyone who's calling me. No middle fingers to the cute little kids who are outside. Honestly, may question the parents' decision-making skills to bring them to a potential opening of what we thought we potentially were going to find. But you do you. I do things that people will question too. I was shocked to see so many small children outside my house, though. Explain the broken laptop. So, that is what started all of this, guys. That is what started everything that happened. Okay, we're in Do Not Disturb now. We're in Do Not Disturb. Sorry. I am not tech savvy. Howdy. Okay. You can finally sleep now. I'm so sorry. I said it on Do Not Disturb. I got it. I figured it out. There's no sound? Can you hear me? Before I keep talking to myself. It worked. Maybe. We can hear you. Okay. Here is the story from beginning to end, while for anyone who wants to actually know what happened versus listening to strangers. So instead of letting strangers tell you what happened, let me tell you. Press fucking record if you'd like. We were digging a fence. We came across the rug in the post. I didn't think too much of it. That is not what caused all of this. Just finding the rug alone is not what caused it. All of this came from shortly thereafter. I'm here at my desk in my sunroom working. I shut my laptop. I'm done for the day. And then the next morning I come down. These doors closed at night. So the dogs don't come in here. Kids aren't in here. Nobody's in here. I come down in the morning, open the doors. It's a beautiful day. Open my laptop. My screen is shattered. Like the whole screen is shattered. And then I realize at the same time that like my desk is all messed up too. Like this little shelf I have is falling off. It was just like, it was a total mess. Can I take a bite of food? Because I haven't eaten in over 24 hours because I was so scared. This is buffalo chicken mac and cheese made by my beautiful boyfriend. Let me just, one more bite. Okay. So. Sorry. Okay. So I come down. Everything is a mess.
Played sports my whole life.
And is he on an interview? What's happening? And everything's just broken. And I'm like, at this point, I'm accusing everyone in my house. I'm accusing everyone in my house for breaking my laptop. I'm like, who is in here? What did you do? I don't understand. And we were like, okay, maybe it was like a slow burn break. Like I just closed it one too many times. And it wasn't. I went to the Apple store and they said it was blunt force trauma. So it was like a punch or like a elbow to the laptop, something shattered it. Like it was not something that happened slowly over time. So I'm asking everyone, I'm asking Brandon, I'm asking the kids, I'm like, did you guys break my laptop? Were you in here? If it was an accident, I'm not mad at you. Like, can someone just tell me? And everyone swears up and down, haven't stepped foot in this room, nor did I see anyone step foot in this room. Mind you, because I didn't go to bed till like 11 o'clock. The kids were already in bed. They would have come down here in the middle of the night just to my computer. That'd be weird. So I sit here and I turn on my little TikToky to my 6,000 subscribers or followers. And I'm like, who broke my laptop? What is going on? Was it the rug? Is it the ghost of the rug's past? And you guys took that and you scurried. And by scurried, I mean, we got to 10,000 followers and I thought I made it. I was like, oh my God, so many people care about my broken laptop and this silly rug. And then if you go all the way back, I was going to let it lie. I was done with it. I was like, okay, this was weird, but like, what else am I going to do about it? And then all of you were like, call the police, you have to call the police. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, fine. Because you were really guilting me into it, okay? You were like, okay, so if it's nothing, then it's nothing. But if it's something, aren't you going to feel bad? You horrible person, aren't you going to feel bad if there's a body down there and like you're not solving a crime? And the crime junkie in me was like, you know what, you're right. I will call the police. First I wrote in a tip and nobody responded to me. Why would they? It's weird. So I called and I said, hey, I have a weird thing to tell you. I have a rug in the ground of my house and I don't want to tell you a ghost story side, but something also broke my computer in the middle of the night. And I know that's not the priority here. It's the rug in the ground. But I just wanted to let you know and see if you care, if you want to do anything about it. And they said someone will be there in 15 minutes. And I was like, okay, the mystery is going to solve. And so the police come. And also I went out of town for 2 days in the middle of this. So for also all of you were like, she's dragging this out. She's this, I wasn't here. I was 2 hours away working for 2 days. So that's kind of a lot of the videos where I'm just talking about it. I wasn't home to do anything. I wasn't here to like physically get a shovel and try to dig. I wasn't home. So if that answers some of your questions, I hope it does. And then the police come, they look, they're like, this is super weird. They call somebody and that somebody says, we're not doing anything about it. She can dig it up. And if there ends up being anything, we'll come back. If it's not, then we won't. And so then we left it at that. My friends and I were going to have a dig party. We were going to dig it out yesterday. That was the plan. That was the update I gave you this time yesterday morning. And then, actually it's 1:30. I don't even know what time it is. Yesterday morning, that was the update. And then after I post that, Homicide gives me a ring. And they're like, hey, we want to come and just bring the dogs. We want to bring the dogs and just check. Before anyone digs anything up, let us bring the dogs. And I was like, absolutely, bring them. That's fine. This will solve the problem. Because in my head, these dogs were going to snifferoo and then walk the other direction. I did not think these dogs were going to do and sit at all. Not even a little bit did I think. I truly, I was at maybe 0.05% that these dogs were going to smell something. And we were all watching when that first one sat. He gets his head in the hole and he sits right down. And that was when I got literally scared. I got really freaked out and scared. Because 120,000 people had just seen it happen when I thought 120,000 people were going to watch a dog do nothing but be cute and walk around my backyard. So when they sat, I was like, no fucking way. This is not happening. And then they brought the second dog out and I was like, okay, maybe that first one's just having a rough day. Maybe he's tired, he needs a coffee, a pup cup, if you will. And then the second dog comes out and the second dog sees the same thing. So then they warned me that if the dog saw something, that my world was going to turn upside down, and such it did. So my house became a crime scene yesterday. They had cops staying here overnight. Can you hear me? I don't know. I could be talking to myself. The cops stayed here overnight, so I was still safe. And then they came very early in the morning to dig. And they dug and dug and dug, and they were standing in the hole. And then they had to get an excavator to come because this rug was either so large, so deep. They had a huge black banner up, so I couldn't really see other than I could see when they would get in the hole. And then they kept moving the banner further and further out. So I could tell that the hole was getting bigger, but I couldn't really see like what was happening in the hole. It was blocked off to the media, and then it was blocked off to me, which really it was being blocked off to you guys because they knew why they were here. Because honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, they probably would have just left that rug lie and let it be. So yeah, excavator digs the rest of it out. I see them pulling it out in like chunks, probably like this big, and like rubber mat or plastic also. And then they all stop. They were like taking pictures, and I was still panicking at this point. When the excavators are coming and then a photographer comes over, like a forensic photographer, he's over there taking pictures, I was still panicking. I was like, oh, no. Because they really weren't saying anything because they knew I could hear them. And if they did, they would go kind of over to the other side of the yard to talk because they didn't want me to hear it and they didn't want you to hear it. So they stopped digging and they're talking, and then they start taking the rug out. Obviously at this point, it doesn't seem to be like enough of a panic, like, oh my God, there's a person. And then they start talking about filling the hole back up. And so I went over there. I'm like, hey, is it safe to say like you didn't find a dead body? And they were like, no, we did not. They said they don't know why. In the beginning of the live, I was actually still outside talking to the police, so some of you may have already seen this part. They took the rug. So there will be no cleaning of it. Gosh darn. Because that was my whole thing in my head. I was like, well, if this all turns into no dead body, we should give this to the rug people, like as the final finale. Those people that we all watch at 3 a.m. that just like clean the rugs, and then they could have cleaned it and it really could have come full circle. But we don't get to do that because they took it. It's evidence. I understand. They did give me a really cool little this thing when they left, and they said they still appreciated everything that happened. Oh my gosh, this is kind of heavy duty, guys. Columbus Division of Police, established 1816. And they did a really good job trying to clean it back up. They did do a really good job trying to clean it back up. So that was really nice. But my fire pit is gone. My fire pit that I loved so much, and it was my first project when I bought this house last year. It is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Nope. It's gone. So that sucks, but it's okay. I'll survive. But that's okay. I need another bite of food. I'm starving. I have not eaten because I was so scared. And that's another thing, like,
It's for a spot.
oh, that was a big bite. That was a big bite. Sorry. So, my apologies. So, we're left with a mystery broken computer, a mystery, and other weird stuff happens in this room too. My phone, like, my electronics don't work right in this room. Not only did my computer get busted, but like my phone only in this room, and the room is like, it's all freaking windows. It's literally all windows. So the thought of it being like a service thing doesn't really make sense to me because everyone else is fine. It's just me. Things have only happened to me in this room. So, I don't know. We'll see. The computer got yeeted. Someone or something yeeted my computer screen. So you know what I need is, I need Apple to sponsor me. Get me a new laptop. I'm getting it fixed. It's at the Apple store currently, as we speak. Honestly, it's been there for a while. I'm kind of disappointed in the speed and agility of the Apple support team because they've had my computer since Sunday. But anyways, I'm working off of a second computer, my work computer. But that's where it's left, guys. Is this not the craziest freaking thing ever? There was no intention of any of this happening. The people, I don't even know. There's people who think I made it up. What did I make up? How? How could I have ever made it up? There's nothing to make up. The rug was there and I didn't put it there. And then there was theories yesterday that I was the unaliver. And I was like, I don't know if you guys were on the live yesterday when the dog sat. I immediately looked at the detectives and I was like, and I was crying. And I said, you know that I didn't do this. I don't need a lawyer, right? And I was so scared. Because, I watch movies. I watch TV. They'll try to blame it on anybody. And I got so scared. I got so nervous. What was in the rug? Nothing. They took the rug. There was no bones. There was no body. There was just a rug. There was just a fucking rug. Can you see outside now? Yes. Let me turn you off of Wi-Fi so you can see how everything was left. Was there blood? I don't know. They took everything with them, so they're going to do some testing. But he said there was no visual evidence of anything. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed by how well they tried to put everything back together. But Diddy was in the rug for a fence. And it became all of this, which is insane. Honestly, I don't know if you guys are disappointed in the lack of the body. I hope that you're all more relieved than disappointed. This should be a sigh of relief, not like aw man. This is a good ending. This is good. This is good. I guess to solve an unsolved case would also be good to bring closure to a family, but let's do that somewhere that's not my backyard. Preferably. Is that answered all of your questions? It's still not over. It's not over because I still want to know why my computer shattered. So I think the next step is finding a psychic. I think I've seen one psychic that actually made me cry because it was the most amazing. I should rest. I promise you that is what's going to happen. I have gotten essentially no sleep for days. So rest, I will do that. I'm still just taking deep breaths. What happened? I hope that you have no idea and you're just popping in here and you've seen none of this, because that would just be so funny. Where did the rug come from? We don't know. We do have cameras in our house, so in and out. They were already there, but there's not any in this room. So I think I need to get one for this room because this is where the shattering of the computer happened. Because this is actually one of the only rooms that doesn't have a camera. Did he planted it? That motherfucker. He was trying to get the attention off of him. He was like, what can I do? Let me have this random girl in Columbus, Ohio that goes on a TikTok talking about mom life and random stories from her past. And let me just put it all on her. I bet it was Diddy. Can we all collectively blame Diddy? I think that that's fun. I think that we blame him. What if they had found baby oil under the rug? Would that have not been? We really could have blamed him then. Okay. Have I checked the cameras? I need to get a camera for this room. What about the dogs that sat? I know. I told the detective I'm going to live with that question till the day that I die. Both dogs. I asked them. It was all on live. Some of you may have seen it. I asked them, is this normal for dogs to sit? And they said that their odds are usually more correct than incorrect, hence the entire fiasco based on a dog's opinion. Is this insane? All of this happened. Think of the trust that is put into these dogs. All of this happened. The resources that were put into on a boat, from a boat, they have sat when the boat gets there, and then they stick their thing down. He said that the one detective in the suit, Miss Dr. Cornnuts, told me yesterday that he was there on the boat and the dog sat on the boat and they put a little pokey stick in and they found a body. How does that happen? How does a dog get that right? and they got this wrong. I don't know. There could still be something on the rug. There could still be something on the rug. What the hell? Brandon's outside trying to rebuild our makeshift fence because now we have to start over and build a new post hole. And that's what he's most upset about. Bring the dogs back. Yeah, I wonder what they would do without I don't know. I am not able to bring the dogs back. I can tell you that. The police have to do that. Because prior to the homicide detectives finally coming and reaching out to me, I tried to bring the dogs in. But I need to eat. Like I said, I've not eaten in 24 hours. This has been a wild ride. For me, it is not over at all. I am here to figure out the original mystery of who or what shattered my laptop in the middle of the night. That is the original mystery here. That is where this all began. And that mystery is still not solved. The rug, that mystery, we can check that one off the list. But my shattered computer and my desk that was just tousled around with these doors closed and no one in here in the middle of the night, that is the mystery that still remains. And I will forever, till the day I die, think about these dogs. And that's all she wrote for today. I'm gonna eat and basically take a nap. My kids couldn't have done it. They weren't home. I have one kid. Couldn't have done it. So he was in Kansas. So unless he can teleport, wasn't a kid. I'm going to take this big bite, but I'm going to turn off the camera first. Love you all. To the nice ones, thank you. To the mean ones, get out of here. Scram! Isn't that what she says? We don't want you here. That's how I feel to the mean people. Nice ones, please stay. This has been, now that there's no body, this has actually been something I'm going to look back at as like one of the craziest, coolest things that have ever happened to me versus like craziest and most traumatic. Yesterday was traumatic. Today, cool, calm, and collected. I'm feeling good. But again, to the mean ones, scram. Get out of here. I don't want you here. To the nice ones, we just became lifelong friends. I hope. Because when I tell you there's so much happening, we're going to figure out who broke this computer. That's my goal. It's been fun. 100K of you. Please hang up first. I don't like hanging up on you. It gives me anxiety. Hang up. All of you. Hang up on me first. Bye. Please say bye. I don't want to. Okay? I love you. Goodbye. Please, I'm going to hang up now. Don't make me feel bad. Okay.